Howdy ho everybody, welcome back to the Rocks Roost. Let's play some more Dragon Quest Plus. Today we're going to check out the pyramid. We are just outside of Mercado here, all healed up, ready to go. Let's go check it out. Now, this pyramid is very reminiscent of the pyramid in Dragon Quest III. And this dungeon is pretty nice. It eliminates the problem that we had before with worrying about torches and the glow spell. And you'll see how much more fluid the whole experience is because of it. Even though this dungeon is full of some frustrating traps. First thing you want to do is you can go left or right. I would advise just going straight up and into the pyramid. There are tough monsters here. There are the same kind of monsters you might meet in the Dragon Lord's castle. So if you can survive here, it's a good barometer for knowing whether or not you can survive over at Charlock. So that's kind of nice. From a design perspective, I'm going to have to give kudos to NightFly here for putting this in, not only to add another fun dungeon into the game, but also as a way to sort of test your strength in preparation for the Dragon Lord. Okay, so we got an intersection here. Let's go off this way first. We'll just keep going this way. And here we have some treasure chests. But first, let's deal with this Orc Lord. Can't decide which orc color palette I like best. I like all three of them quite well. Uh-oh. It's a cannon box. Alright, these are very dangerous. They can perform what's called a desperate attack, which is beyond a critical hit. It will usually in some games that will annihilate the monster. In this one I don't think it does. But it will hurt you quite a bit. In fact, it may knock you out entirely in one hit. So you got to watch out for that. In normal, these have perfect physical defense. So they will only take 1 damage per hit. But let's see what it's like on easy. Here we go. Desperate attack. That's not good. But it missed. Thank goodness. Okay. So we still have only 1. So they still have perfect physical defense. So what you got to do is hit them with magic. Kafriz is the way to go. It only costs 5 points, and it hurts him pretty good. Let's cast it. Fortunately, the miss rate on that is high, at least on easy. We're going to have to cast Kafriz twice. We usually do them in. Alright, defeated. Now the other one here, this one is a cannon box as well, but I'll open it just to show you. In fact, most of the treasure chests on this floor are indeed cannon boxes. So I'll just cut the rest of this battle out. You see how it works. Alright, so one thing that did occur during that battle, you see I'm blinking purple now. And you check our status under the name there next to the portrait. It says cursed, so the cannon box can curse you. We're experiencing that for the first time. So let's go here and use one of our laurels to get rid of that. We may want to stock on up now that we have encountered monsters that are cursing us. Here is a switch. I do believe there's 4 of these here. You want to switch them all. So there's one. On normal, and probably also on hard, although I haven't played it on hard yet, it's worth getting rid of these cannon boxes because they're a big pile of XP and gold. But we're getting a lot of experience and gold from monsters anyway on easy. So don't worry about them. If you're worried about your magic points or you're worried about your life. Okay, so we fell down a trap. These sarcophagi are not interactable as far as I know. I've checked them every way I know how in my other playthrough, so we'll just go on. If you go south, that takes you out. But since we're down here, we may as well explore this part of the pyramid as well. Because there are secrets to be found. And we want to find them. Okay. These spikes would hurt you if you didn't have Roto's armor. We got a mini middle. We're up to 34, 35. Great. That's good. When we get out of here, we'll need to go see the Metal King. Cash those in. The mini medals are very much like S&H green stamps. I don't know if any of you watching remember green stamps or not, but it's basically the same idea. You got 9 keys. I don't know if does that take a key? It does not. Okay. It just wasn't locked. All right, so those stairs take you upstairs. Back to the first floor of the pyramid. But we're not interested in going up quite yet. We're going to go off to the east and see what we can find over there. Let's go down. Just to investigate everything. Nothing here. Keep an eye out for switches. And traps, of course. I don't know if there's a way to detect a trap before you spring it. It'd be nice if there was. I don't think Step Guard does that for you. We could try that, I guess. I could use it where I know there's some more traps and see if it works. We'll do that when we get upstairs again. I'm super excited about the Dragon Quest III HD 2D, or is it 2D HD or HD 2D? Whatever. The remake that's coming out this fall. I'm really excited about that. And it's coming out in November, which is the time that there's going to be a lot of stress in the United States anyway because of the election. So I'm going to be looking for something to escape into. And I'm definitely going to bring that to y'all here on the channel. So as soon as I get my grubby mitts on it, you will get to see it. Okay, so now we can use the strong herbs in battle. We're at level 23. So that's a really big boon, actually. Because again, what is the name of the game in Dragon Quest? What is the #1 skill you need to learn? That's right, MP management. Here's our second dragon of the game. The first one, of course, being the one that had the kidnapped princess. So anything that helps you be more economical with your MP is a plus. And being able to use herbs instead of magic to heal yourself is a gigantic boon. Alright, so let's not get too turned away here. I'm actually going to backtrack just a bit. Go back here. Slap the old wizard around. They really like to cast Kafrizzle rather, in the original. They love it. And it hurts a lot more than that in the original. But our defense is sky high. And it probably has to do with having the supple character trait. Alright, so I wanted to check up here first. Alright, so we need to open that door. There is a way to do that. Let's go all the way down. Try to be methodical about this. When you pick a direction, I think it makes sense to follow that direction to its extent before you backtrack and choose another direction. Does that make sense? I think it does. It does to me. I hope I'm explaining it well enough. So now we can go back here and try this way out. But see how much nicer this is without having to worry about torches or the glow spell? Not a factor. Alright, so here, following my advice, you would not go up. You would continue to the east. To the maximum extent, then change a direction. You could use graph paper to make a map of this. That would not be a bad idea. Because the hallways are more than 1 tile wide, you'd need a whole lot of paper. But it still would be a good idea. Alright, so here we have a boulder pushing puzzle. Let's see if there's anything else in the room first before we do that. Alrighty. Can't open that yet. Alright, nothing else in the room, so let's focus on the boulder puzzle. And this is actually from Dragon Quest III as well. It may be the exact same boulder puzzle, I'm not sure. been a while since I played Dragon Quest III, which is all the better because we'll be playing it again together in November. All right, so what you got to do is if you push this switch, I'm like, let me push a boulder. If you push the switch here, it resets the puzzle. There's 3 boulders, and there are 3 squares up the top there, you see? We have to push the boulders into the squares up there. So the way we do that, we're going to push this one like this. We're going to push that one over there. And I may screw this up. Don't worry. Don't worry, I won't let you down. I may screw this up. You'll get attacked as you go, but that's not that big a deal. We want to be attacked because we want levels, right? And you press the action button, space or enter, to actually push the boulder. I don't think it matters which boulder goes where, you know, just as long as you get all 3 of them up there. Take out this chimera. All right, I think the battle message, we can turn it up just a little. If you don't like that, let me know in the comments. All right, so we'll push this one down for now. Push this one out this way, like that. Up. In we go. Another dragon. How about a crit, sir? How about a crit indeed? Now we go down and around, and we just repeat with this one. Not too bad. I've seen much more devious block pushing puzzles. Just look at, like, Adventures of Lolo. How about that? That's a whole game built around this kind of thing. Alrighty. Alright, you got them pushed in. That's good. Nothing will happen right away, or it seems like nothing happens. Which might be a nitpick. I think maybe you should at least hear a click or something when they all 3 go in. Or at least a small click when each goes in, and then a big click when the second or the third one goes in. Might be a good idea so that the game player does not get confused about what it does. Zap, that is a lightning spell, very powerful. Very expensive as well. 16 to use. But we'll use it. Door is locked. Do I need to push the button? Makes me nervous. I'm not going to push the button because, at least not at first, because that will reset the puzzle. Maybe if I click the boulders again. There you go. Something sounds like it opened. I think you should. That's a mistake, I think, on NightFly's part. You should get automatic confirmation there, because you're very likely to push the button down there if you don't realize that's a reset button. You have to do that over again. Not that it's a very difficult block puzzle, but still, who likes wasting time, right? Yeah, we open this and go in, and we get elf water. This, of course, is a the color of the bottle was wrong coming out of the chest, but that's okay. Elf water is a more powerful magic restorative, 10 to 16. Essentially in the too good to use club, right? Push that. That's very important. It may have nothing to do with the door we're trying to open. Wink, wink. Although it may actually have nothing to do with it. I don't know. I can't remember. I did go through this in my first playthrough. Get rid of this wizard. So irritating. His necklace irritates me. I don't like you, sir. In the original, the warlock and the wizard had staves that they held, which I thought was cool. I wish they had them in this, but they don't. As much as I love the orcs, I wish the wolves were in this too. Alright, up here. Dead end. Worth checking. Every way is worth checking. Okay. Is the door open yet? It is. What are we going to be rewarded with this time? Blue chests. We have an Yggdrasil leaf. That revives you automatically upon being knocked out. And the flame sword. See there? I told you we didn't need to buy one. Attack 28. So it's 5 more attack. It's also fire elemental. So if we check our current loadout, we got a flame sword, Roto's armor, mirror shield, wooden hat. Roto's sword is the only thing we could have that would make that loadout any better. Okay, so we found quite a bit of treasure down here, but there's more to be found. Let's backtrack a bit and get out of the basement. See what else we can find upstairs. Remember, there are 4 switches on the wall I told you about. We've only flipped one of them. All right, we go up here. This comes out on this end. Yeah, there's the flame sword in action. You get a little flame effect every time you swing it. You cannot use it in battle as a tool to cast a fire spell. So just show you over here, there's nothing over here on this side. But it does give us a little bit more attack, which we like to see. And the next level of sword is also going to be free. That's going to be Erdrick's sword, or Roto's sword. And we find that in Carlot Castle, which we'll be going to very soon, because our levels are just going right on up. We could easily defeat the Dragon Lord right now, if we wanted to. How close are we to another level? We're getting close. Okay, so we wanted to try Step Guard, right? See if it helps us detect pits. I don't think it does, but we may as well try it out. See what it does. Normally, if you didn't have Roto's armor, that's what you'd use to protect yourself from dangerous terrain tiles, like the magic barriers and the poison marsh. Alright, so that switch is flipped. Don't flip it again. Whenever you find a trapdoor like this, the square immediately next to it in the hallway is also a trap. So knowing that, let us cast Step Guard and see if it finds the trap for us when we approach it. It only says terrain damage, but you never know. Sometimes there's hidden effects. There is not a hidden effect. So now we know that finding trapdoors is not in Step Guard's repertoire. But that's okay. But as I mentioned, sometimes there are hidden effects, and it's worth experimenting. One of those is the magic barrier spell. Now, let me get out of battle here. Well, gain the level first. Won't say no to that. Another nice increase there. So we go to magic. We go to magic barrier. We look at info. It says conjures up a magic barrier that defends against magic attacks. Now, I don't know about you, but I would not class Fire Breath as a magic attack. However, it is treated as a magic attack because if you cast Magic Barrier, it reduces Fire Breath damage by 50% thereabouts. So that's an example of something that you wouldn't know unless you tried it. Alright, we don't want to go up north here because that is a trapped passage. So we need to go around. Alright, so no need going up there. Let's go. Or no need going here either, apparently. That's hilarious. Welcome to the pyramid, folks. Welcome to the pyramid. Because we're handing these monsters their hind ends, stealing their lunch money, as it were. This is a non-issue. On normal, it's an issue. It's kind of a white knuckle all the way through here, but I kind of like that. All right, here we're going to go up instead of to the west. All right. Anything in here? Well. All right. So these chests are canna boxes. I'm not going to open them. On normal, you might want to open them to get the experience, but here, I'm not going to do that. So let's go north. We're going to fall in a hole again pretty soon. Because I can't remember where they're at, you know. Breathing that fire. So we would have gotten, say, 5. I think it probably rounds up if we had magic barrier in play. But again, on normal, that attack would have done 25 to 30 damage. And this is a canna box as well. I was thinking it wasn't. Shame on me. I wonder if Zap could kill him in one hit. It probably could, but Zap costs more than twice Kafriz, so Kafriz is 5. Zap is 16, so it's more economical to do it this way. There we go. So now we know. You know, I should check. Yeah. All right. Let's see if this is the way into this area or if we have to go the other way around. One thing I like about this is it's genuine, like real live old school dungeon crawling with pits and stuff. I love that. Okay, so this is what we're going to open with those switches. Good to know. There's that way. Okay. I momentarily got disoriented there. And to that vein, talking about traditional like dungeon crawler RPG experiences, some of my favorite games are the old gold box D&D games, which I'm definitely going to do for the channel at some point. Things like Pool of Radiance, Curse of the Azure Bond, Secret of the Silver Blades. Here's another switch. So that's 2 of 4. Very good. And somehow we fell in. How? That's interesting. So what I said about the traps may not be 100% accurate, or else there may be a way. What was it? There might be a way to get past the trap if you walk fast enough. I don't know. That's very interesting indeed. But for now, we shall just sort of put that on the back burner and think about other things. Those old gold box games, not only were they dungeon crawlers, but they were also tactical RPGs, which is just super cool. Alrighty, take care of this fool. And you could carry your party all the way through them. There were 4 games, and you could start a party in Pool of Radiance. That was the first game. And carry that party through, all the way through to the 4th game, Pools of Darkness. Incredibly fun. It was D&D, AD&D first edition rules. Let's see. So let's go down this way. We fell in a hole. How about that? Trial and error. I wonder if the holy water works here. I've never used it. Probably won't. But it's worth a shot, you know? It might actually work. Normally it doesn't work in areas like this. Usually only works in the overworld with low-level enemies. But it appears to be working here. More or less. We fall through there. I'm confused at how we got past that. How we got past that first one. Because all the trap tiles, I was very sure that they were side by side like that. So they effectively blocked off certain hallways. And made it into a single path maze. But let's check let's test that. Let me go back up there and walk onto the one that's next to the... Because we obviously got across there to press the switch. You saw that. Maybe activating the switch activated the pits. It's possible. Certainly possible. How long till another level? Not far. My goodness, we could be level 30 before we're finished here. In the original game, level 30 was the max level. I don't know if that's true here or not. Your gold pile is getting... I mean, 27,000 gold. My goodness. Well, it is what it is. We asked for easy. We're getting it. Are we going to fall? We are going to fall. Okay. So, perhaps the switch activated the traps on this corner. This corner of the map. It's very possible. We got another level. And we got crack. That's an ice spell. None of those spells were in the original game. The original game, the spells were heal, hurt, sleep, repel, return, which was like zoom, outside, which took you outside, heal more, and hurt more. Oh, and stop spell as well. And that was it. All right, let's, can we open this yet? That doesn't look like a magic key door. We have keys, but 8. It must have been, though. Pretty sure these are can of boxes, too. But I'm going to open them just to be sure. And I'll just cut the battles out. Hey, that one had 2,000 gold in it. Good thing I checked. So we flipped that one. Now we got pits. Now there's one more switch we have to flip. All right, we're back at this intersection. Let's go this way this time. And we found a pit. All right, instead of that way, let's go this way. Down. Let's try this chest. Rats. All right, so our fourth and final switch is right here. Sounds like... something sounds like it opened. Indeed. We'll fall in here. All right, we're back here. Now, how did I get to the treasure room? Was it up? No, it was not up. It was not up. It must have been this way. Fortunately, now that we have most of the pits uncovered, or we know where the pits are, thanks to pits we have uncovered, we should be okay to not fall in a pit again. I say should. No, it's right here. Now we can get in. Inside we have a mini medal. A canna box. Gee whiz. And I tried this off camera. Zap does not one-hit kill these. So you still need to cast another spell. One zap and one frizz will kill them, or just 2 frizzes, which is much more MP efficient, because 1 zap and 1 frizz is 18, whereas 2 cut frizzes is 10. So they have about 60 hit points, I guess. All right, what else do we have? A sack with 3,000 gold, which is super nice. Nicer in the normal mode. Or probably also in hard mode. Probably even more nice in hard mode, because I think the amount of experience And gold you get is reduced. I don't recall now. You have to go back to the first episode and watch. It'll tell you where we selected mode. We went over all three of them. It was reduced gold and experience, I'm pretty sure. Maybe increased monster power and a reduced stack size. So where our item max stack size is 9 in easy and normal, but on hard it would only be 3, which would be quite a problem. All right, so another level. Level 27, my goodness. Easily powerful enough to take on the Dragon Lord at this point. But we're not going to do that right away. We're going to go back to town and rest at the end to get our magic back. How many Chimera Wings do we have? 7? Good. Let's go to the inn first. We also need to go to the bank, of course. 270 gold. Again, it goes up by level. Thanks for the apple. How many apples do we have now? We probably have max apples. We do. That's good. Need to buy more laurels. Let's do that. And more keys. You don't sell laurels. I'm going to buy one more of those. Just to have plenty. It's good to save MP. It costs... Does it cost 6 or 8 for Zoom? I forget. 8. So that's not insignificant. Laurel. I'm going to get 6. That'll give us 8. Evac bell. We have 5. That's good. We're good there across the board. Very nice. We have 40,000 gold still. Well, that's amazing. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to stock up on strong herbs. Does anybody here sell them? What about this? This is weapons, right? Yeah. There was somebody, maybe over here. There was another item shop, I thought. Maybe down here. No, that's a weapon shop. You can't help me. Oh well. That's okay. We can go back to Ratatome. In fact, we're good here. We don't need to buy anything else. Except maybe keys. May as well get some keys. 3. It's good. And you know what else? Let's just max out on antidotes as well. Again, saving MP. All right, I think we're done here. So what I'm going to do is... Could have saved the money. Since we're having to go back to Ratatome anyway. We could have saved the money at the end, but we're not hurting for cash, so it doesn't really matter. We zoom back here. And I want to load up on strong and potent herbs. And I'm very sure they sell them here. At my favorite item shop in the whole game. Favorite shop, period. Yeah, so I'm going to get 8 of these. Because we can use these in battle now. These we cannot. I'm going to get 8 of those as well. We have plenty of money. So there's no point in not getting them. 3,200. But normally in a normal mode, that would be an enormous expenditure, and I would not do that. Unless I absolutely needed them. But here, I think we're fine. In fact, let me just rest at the end again to get our MP back. Again, this would be wasteful in a normal playthrough, but again, we've got so much money. It literally doesn't matter. We're going to deposit our money. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 6, 4. We have 65,978 gold pieces. I don't know how much we're going to need in the post-game stuff. He says the same thing. I was thinking they said something different if you beat the dragon, or beat the, rescued the princess, rather. Alright, so we're full. It would be prudent at this point to save. This is the person that asked for proof. You're the descendant of Roto. Do you have any proof? Yes, I do. What the? That's Roto's emblem. The descendant of Roto has appeared. Then the story's true after all. I should have never doubted it. Please use your power to return the light to this world. We'll do that, but we're going to save first. All right, very good. And that is where we're going to call it an episode. I said before I would dedicate an episode just to the pyramid, and that's what we're going to do. We've done the pyramid. We've been successful. Got all the goods out of it. Now all that's left to do is to get the item we need to get over to the Dragon Lord's Island and enter Charlock Castle. And we'll do that next time. Thanks very much for watching. I always appreciate your time and attention. Like the video if you liked it, and leave us a good comment or two while you're here. Subscribe to the channel too if you like this. I really appreciate your support, however you choose to show it. For now, I'll bid you adieu wherever you are, whenever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.